You're watching USA News Hub, your home for breaking headlines, trending sports stories, and exclusive updates from across the nation. What does the greatest competitor in tennis history chase when he's already conquered everything? Novak Djokovic has revealed his final goals, records, legacy, and a retirement plan so cinematic it feels like a Hollywood script. But the real question is, can he truly pull it off? Novak Djokovic, a name that stands at the very center of tennis greatness. In 2025, just as it was in 2015, and even earlier, the Serbian legend remains one of the most successful athletes the sport has ever seen. When fans talk about the greatest player of all time, the debate might never be settled. But statistically, Djokovic has put together a resume that towers above almost every player in history. And now, at 38 years old, Djokovic is chasing the final chapter of his story. A chapter filled with giant goals, bold dreams, and one record he openly admits he wants before riding off into the sunset. But the big question today is simple. Can Novak Djokovic still accomplish the last goals of his career? Let's break down what just happened, and what might be coming. A champion who doesn't age like the rest. Just weeks ago, Djokovic delivered yet another reminder that he's far from done. At the ATP event in Athens, he defeated Lorenzo Musetti, a player 15 years younger, in a match that held enormous weight for the Italian, who was fighting to qualify for the ATP finals in Turin. For Musetti, it was all or nothing. For Djokovic, it was legacy, and another chance to prove that age still hasn't caught up to him. And he did it again. Even without being at his best level, Djokovic showed his competitive fire, his unmatched mentality, and a level of consistency that remains second only to Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner in today's game. That alone should scare the rest of the ATP Tour. His win in Athens also carried historical significance. Djokovic becomes the most successful hard-court player ever. By winning the Athens title, Djokovic secured the 72nd hard-court trophy of his career, surpassing Roger Federer's record and cementing himself as the greatest hard-court player in tennis history. Think about that for a moment. No surface has ever been dominated by any player the way Djokovic has dominated hard courts. It has been his battlefield, his kingdom, and the foundation of his legendary status. But believe it or not, this isn't his final ambition. Djokovic still has one massive record left on his mind. The record he wants: Jimmy Connors' 109 titles. Jimmy Connors still holds the all-time record for the most singles titles in the Open era with 109 trophies. Federer retired at 103, failing to catch him. Djokovic. He is now at 101, only 8 titles away. 8 titles. But at age 38, those 8 trophies may feel like mountains. Djokovic has publicly admitted he wants to break this record. It is one of the few remaining goals that continue to fuel his motivation. And the scary part? He can still do it as long as Djokovic remains one of the top 3 threats in the world outside Alcaraz and Sinner. He will keep collecting titles. And if his body holds up, the record is absolutely within reach. But that's not the only dream he's holding on to. Djokovic reveals his dream retirement moment. After the Athens event, Djokovic confirmed something incredibly emotional in an interview with Serbian media. He revealed that he has imagined retiring at the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics, carrying the Serbian flag on his shoulder, walking away from the sport in one of the most iconic endings imaginable. Picture it, the lights of Los Angeles. The Olympic stage. Djokovic carrying his country's flag one last time. Ending a career that may never be matched again, would be the perfect Hollywood moment. But can he actually last until 2028? That's nearly 3 more seasons. 3 years of traveling, competing, recovering, and fighting the young generation. The question hangs heavy. Will his body allow it? Will his motivation stay strong enough? Djokovic himself isn't sure. But he hasn't closed the door. Why Djokovic might still go the distance. Here is the key detail many people are ignoring. Djokovic is still competitive with almost everyone except Alcaraz and Sinner. And even against them, he hasn't been blown away, he hasn't fallen apart, and he still pushes them to the limit every time they meet. As long as Djokovic remains better than 97% of the ATP Tour, his motivation will stay alive. And he has said it countless times, as long as I feel competitive, I will keep going. This has been the driving force of his entire career. Not rankings. Not records. Not fame. Competition. That's why his goals, the Connors record, one more Olympic run, more major finals, are not unrealistic. They are simply difficult. And if Djokovic knows anything, it's how to overcome difficult. The road ahead, what Djokovic must overcome. To chase these final ambitions, two things must hold. 1. His body. Injuries, recovery time, and physical durability will be the biggest obstacles. Point 2. His motivation. Staying hungry at age 38, 39, and 40 is not easy, even for a mental giant like Djokovic. But if there is one athlete who has rewritten the rulebook of what is possible in tennis, it's him. Novak Djokovic has already achieved more than anyone expected. For some players, reaching 101 career titles would mark the end. But for Djokovic, it sparks a new fire. The Connors record, 109 titles. The final Olympic dream, Los Angeles 2028. His legacy, still being written. Will he do it? Nobody knows. But as long as there is a chance, even a small one, Djokovic will chase it with everything he has. Because that's who he is. That's who he has always been. And that is why, even in 2025, the world still watches him with awe. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story that's shaping America and the world. We'll see you in the next update.